everyone! Today we show you how to make American-style burgers.
If you remember, the last time we were in the kitchen, the boys were cooking for us.
We will do the cooking and the boys will talk with Jack.
I like this idea very much.
So, Vicky, what do we do first?
Well, the first thing that we have to do is to make our hamburger patties. And today we have actually turkey meat because some people don't like to eat beef or pork, and so you can actually make hamburgers with turkey. They taste okay, maybe, but the best hamburgers are actually from beef or pork, and so we also have that, and we will mix it up. You can open this package and put it into the bowl, and then we will add a little bit of garlic and a little bit of dried onion. All right, so we're gonna make the hamburger patties. Now the hamburger patty is actually what we call the hamburger before it's cooked. So we'll make, you can each make probably from the meat that you have here about 4 patties, maybe 5. Now, the trick to making the hamburger is to make your hamburger patty bigger than your bun. So these buns are pretty big. I don't know if you can see them, but they're pretty big. And you're going to want your hamburger patty to be bigger than your bun, so that when it cooks, it'll shrink up a little bit, and then when it's finished, you'll have a hamburger that's the same size as your bun and not a little tiny one in the middle with all the bread around it. So to make the patties, we'll add a little bit of dried onion, just to give it a little bit of taste, and a little bit of dried garlic. Did you wash your hands?
Yes.
Yes.
Excellent. Okay, so you can mix it all up together.
I'm so excited.
Kind of get all of that garlic and onion evenly mixed into the meat. Yeah, just keep mixing it up nice and good. So all of because you want some of the onion and garlic in every part of the hamburger. Now, to each of these, I'm going to add 1 egg. That egg kind of helps keep the meat together when you cook it, okay? So, after I add the egg, then you'll keep mixing it by hand and it will get even slimier. There you go. Is it kind of gross? Yeah, it's kind of disgusting, isn't it?
It's very disgusting.
Okay, so when you get it all mixed up, then you can start making it into the patties. And as you make it into the patty, we'll just put them here on this plate, and then we will take them over to the stove and begin to fry them. Now, we talked about this a little bit earlier. Really, the best hamburgers you make outside on a grill. But since we can't do that here, and it's winter time and cold, we can make them on the stovetop and just fry them in a skillet. But the best ones are grilled over charcoal fire outside. Yeah, just pat them out real thin, because as they cook, they'll get thicker.
By the way, this is Nicola. She's a new member of African American. She's Samantha's sister. If you haven't noticed the family resemblance.
I didn't notice. I see it now. I can see. You have the same smile.
While the boys are doing the cooking,
The girls are talking.
And that's the way it should be.
But this time it's the other way around. We talk and the girls cook.
We'll be talking about the Ironman competition and that Chuck took in a few years ago. So Chuck, can you tell us what is the Ironman?
Well, the Ironman competition, or more specifically, it's a triathlon. And in a triathlon, you do 3 different events. You swim, and then you ride a bicycle, and then you run. And it can be done in different lengths. You can do what's called a sprint. And on a sprint, you swim a very short distance, maybe 500 or 800 meters, and you ride a bicycle maybe 20 kilometers, and maybe you run 5 kilometers, and you can do it, the people who win will do it in less than an hour.
When and where did you take the part of the Ironman?
I did several sprints, short triathlons, and then I did 2 half Ironman triathlons, and I did them in Arkansas. I did one in 2006 and one in 2007. And it was done at a place called the Gray Lake, which is a very clear lake in Arkansas. And then we ran and rode our bikes in the mountains, and that was why it was called the Iron Mountain, because we rode up Iron Mountain in Arkansas. And then we ran around that area also. So it was a very big park that we did it in.
How much time did it take you to prepare for the competition?
Well, I would run once a week, because I don't like to run. So for me, running is the worst thing in the world. So I ran once a week. I love to ride my bicycle, so I rode my bicycle 4 times a week. And then I would swim twice a week. So I would do something 7 times, but I'd also always take one day off where I didn't do anything. So on one day, I would run and swim on the same day. And I did that for months and months and months ahead of time.
How long does it take to do the Ironman?
Well, doing the half Ironman that I did, it took me 6 hours and 20 minutes to do it. I think the people who won did it in about 4.5, I'm not sure. And the maximum amount of time that they gave you was 8 hours. If you did not finish in 8 hours, then they would stop you and make you go home.
So do you know what Vicky was doing during the competition?
Well, I was doing the race, and Vicky drove me there, and she couldn't leave, so she had to stay. I think she was taking a nap, or maybe she was sunbathing, but in reality it was a very hot day. It was about 40 degrees the whole day, and she tells me that she was reading a book, sitting in the shade reading a book the whole time. And then I was glad she was there though, because she supported me, and when it was time to go home, I was very tired, and she drove me safely home.
Which place did you get?
Well, the first year I didn't do very well, but the second year I came back and I got 3rd place in my category, which was good enough to get me an invitation to the National Ironman Championship for all of America for the next year. And so I got 3rd place in my category, but they have a special category for people like me, for people who are old and weigh more than 90 kilos.
So it's always good talking, but let's see what the girls are doing now.
this is Sandra, Nicola's best friend, and she is working with us today.
So we have almost finished making our patties. You can see we have a lot of hamburger patties. And in just a minute, we're going to cook them. And while we do that, we will be slicing the tomatoes and getting the lettuce ready so that we can put our hamburgers together and eat a hamburger.
We're done with the cooking, so let's see what the burger tastes like.
And so I'm going to eat my hamburger with Lay's potato chips because they're the best.
But why chips?
Why chips? Because they taste good. Potato chips go very well with all sandwiches. Yes, it's true.
That's impossible.
How is that possible? Why would you ask such a silly question?
Because in Poland we are not using chips to hamburgers.
Or sandwiches.
Or sandwiches. Well, I would say that that's a mistake. And of course, this is not ask a Polish person, this is ask an American, so we're going to do it my way. We're going to have chips with our hamburgers.